Maybe you have, maybe you haven't seen this ranking that I have displayed on the screen. Anyway, it's from One Punch Man displaying threat levels, and I figured it'd be pretty cool, pretty snazzy if I had transferred Rucoy mobs over, and so I'm going to show you guys a list of Rucoy mobs, all of them. We're just going to go down the list and see where everything fits. First, you have Wolf, and that's anything that could possibly pose a threat. Tiger is a threat to an unspecified large number of people. Demon is a threat to a city and its functionality. Dragon is a threat to multiple cities, while God is a threat to humanity and civilization as a whole. Now you can see why it's so easy to parallel most verses into this ranking system. And so let's start from the top to the bottom. It will be more entertaining that way. There really aren't any god level threats except for one, GM-rucoy. While you guys may think it's a myth, it's actually true that Ricardo used to come on often, and so he would host these little events where everyone would find out where he is. It would usually be in a dungeon, and he would start spawning in multiple of a boss, and so there would be like 5 Serbs in the Dro dungeon that you need a key to enter. Now, if the ability to spawn multiple bosses doesn't sound good enough, he literally has infinite health and can do infinite damage, and also he can shut down the servers. Now, dragons and demons are both creatures in Rucoy, and it's pretty funny because One Punch Man has dragon ranked above demon, but Rucoy has demon ranked above dragon, and so does most other verses. But here, demons are ranked as dragon level threats. In Rucoy, there's only a couple dragon level threats. Basically any boss, except for the low level bosses like the Goblin King and Cayman the Cursed. But anything from the Vampire King up is going to pose enough of a threat to Town 1 and Town 2 probably. It'll die in Town 2, but it'll pose a threat. That's also the way that we're going to be discussing whether something is on a lot of these rankings. Does it pose a threat to Town? And the cool thing about Rucoy is it's an MMORPG, so there's 2 towns. There's Town 1, Town 2. One is for beginners, and then once you hit level 150, you unlock Town 2. And so demons, if a demon walked into Town 1, there's absolutely no way that anyone is surviving. If an Orthus walked into Town 1, there's no way that anyone is surviving. Now, this is exclusive to Town 1. If these were to enter Town 1, it's over. This is the Golem and the Yeti. These two are both too tanky. They're hefty as fuck, and so a bunch of lows are gonna die before they can manage to kill it. Even with 500 defense as a level 200, you're gonna die to a golem. The reason why Minnows 275, Ice Dragons level 320, and the other dragons and minotaurs are not included in the demon ranking, and instead I made them tigers, is because I really can't see one dragon of any kind or one minotaur of any kind posing a threat. I really couldn't see 5 of them posing any type of threat. But say there was a group of 10 level 200 minus, and they were encountering this said group of 10 or 5 minnows and dragons of various kinds, I definitely think that those guys are getting taken out by these mobs that they haven't even encountered. Especially because at some point the mobs stop using arrows, stop using distance class, and start using magic. Now, from all the mobs in the Dungeon Forest, and in the Lizard Ruins. They all are relatively low, so most adventurers could take them in a 1v1, but they do pose a threat to a number of people, and so we're going to be putting them in Tiger, but everything below them is in Wolf. Now that department includes every single drow, every single vampire, all the types of skeletons, zombies, every type of assassin, mummies and pharaohs, goblins, scorpions, snakes, worms, wolves, crows, and both types of rats. Hey, this was an odd video, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe.